Oh, hi there, and welcome to another educational video. In this one, I'm gonna share my personal details of why stray guys prefer male bottom holes. You see, I consider myself straight. Like, I like girls, I like guys, but you see, the majority of my life I was straight, and today I'm gonna talk why straight guy prefer a good hole of a man. So stay tuned. We're gonna elaborate on this topic. You see, the first that comes to my mind, and I'm a huge, you see, fan of getting head from someone and receiving the oral services. In my experience, like if you take a guy, he will perform oral services better than a girl in 90% of the cases. So if we assume like the equal amount of guys and girls have got a gag reflex, then it's simply because of the size of the throat and mouth. The just let's say that way I'm a big guy, right? Down in there, and all of the male mouths that has been gagging on my instrument has like a mind-blowing experience simply because of the bigger size of the throat and mouth itself. And I would say that I, as a straight guy, prefer man just simply because you're a better sucker, okay? And if we already started on the topic of holes, it means that your hole of a bottom pleaser. If you're watching this video, probably got recommended to you because algorithms thought that you're a bottom pleaser, and after that you click that video, so you might be interested in this topic. It's simply because your bottom is way more tight, so your pussy, boy pussy in there, it just wraps my instrument way better. It provides me better pleasure whenever I stretch it or whenever I'm breathing it. You see, even though it might take some time for preparation, right? The anal experience the guys give is way more pleasurable, let's say it that way. So another thing why I as a straight guy prefer bottoms is simply because two of your holes on average, the probability that those will be more pleasurable to me as an alpha is way higher than a random girl. And the next one that I would personally say is it comes from my experience on dating apps. So I, as a straight guy, been doing dating app like Tinder, right? And if we compare it to the one for you, bottom, the one that you use to find an alpha or a top guy to properly breed you, Grindr, I would say that in my experience, it's way easier to fuck in there. So basically, I as a straight guy might prefer you bottom simply because you're an easy fuck, and no matter what people tell about the competitive alpha guys, like hunters who want to spend a lot of time hunting their prey, you see, as an alpha, simply want a good, submissive bottom hole that wants to please me. I don't want to, you see, playing the game in order to prove myself. So whenever I come to Grindr, I get enormous amount of attention. It's like It's like 10x from the Tinder, even though I was super popular in college with girls. And you see, the even let's take it to the next level. I would even say that all throughout my life I've got a lot of women's attention, and if I say that on Grindr it's way bigger amount of attention from guys, then you might assume what amount of horny bottom messages I get. So basically the other thing that comes to my mind when I choose to prefer a bottom over some girl is simply because you're an easy fuck, and you see, if I can do way less things to feel myself all good and to properly humiliate and dominate a person, I would choose this one because I've got my ambitions and my work. I would rather do that than having a good bottom beneath my table performing some services task, and after that going onto the bed and spreading that pussy for a good breathing session. And one of the things that I will also kind of add up to that is the character of a. You see, there are way more submissive women, right? It's like pretty much a stereotype that girls are submissive whenever they get horny, but late years, last few years especially, the shift that happened, and a lot of guys has got some feminine submissive traits in their character, and I would say that talking to a bottom submissive pleaser is way more pleasurable to me and alpha because you see it kind of switched in that way, and more girls got into the cocky alpha attitude, and that's not my thing. You see, whenever I talk to a girl, sometimes I get that feeling like I'm competing with her to whoever kind of rules, right? And the second I get that, I simply click delete on the dating app and switch to the other chat when a bottom who is ready to please in there for an easy fuck. That's why I would prefer a good bottom on my taste, you see, to relieve my stress and balls. And you, if you want to get way more advices on how to behave in front of an alpha, check out my channel. Don't forget to click that subscribe button, and of course check the links in the description for a more advanced training. See you bottom, and if you're a good one, straight love you, you know that.